All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back. Happy New Year. Good morning. How's it going? Welcome back to another live session, the first session heading into the new year. Feels good to be back. Very eager, very motivated, feel great, and I'm looking forward to the opportunities here as always. So, are you guys ready to take on the new year? Are you ready to continue on your journey to greatness? I know I am, and I feel better than ever before. So, Brad, Mr. Man, how you guys doing? Are you feeling good? HJ, for those of you in the classes here, Jessica, Chris, Ron, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys ready? So, it's currently 9:17 a.m. here on the East Coast, which means there's 13 minutes to the opening bell. And I'm going to write up the watch list. So I'm watching at four stocks: LBPH, ROI, SNGX, and lastly SGN. So those are the four that I'm looking at. All right. So I'm going to post that to the alert section here as well. Big Steve, what's up? Happy New Year. Dash, Happy New Year as well if you're here already. I don't usually put the yo 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 like I used to. Maybe I should start doing that again. But anyhow, so let's come to the watch list and let's start off. LBPH seems to be leading the way here. And this is an incredible move to this point. Going from 6 all the way to 18. I mean, wow. Very impressive. Most impressive. So we got 1843 for the pre-market high. The low of the pullback down here, we had 1248. Fairly low move. But since then, aggressive curl back up. Seems like the bear flag breakout here. Pushed up, turned into a bit of a flag up here above VWAP. And just kept going. Quick pullback here. So this is it's pretty decent. And now we're consolidating right under the highs. So coming into the open, are we going to see the continued move to the upside? Or are we going to maybe pull back first before seeing something? I'm hoping we can see something because the market sentiment here for small caps has been, on the stronger side the last month and a half, the last 2 months. And these cycles will usually last a few months. So I'm suspecting maybe end of February is where it probably starts to slow down. But who knows? Maybe it goes even longer than that, right? So we'll see how it goes here on this one. Let's check the daily chart for the stock. LBPH. And I'm going to pick up the pace here just a little bit because time is going. So I'm looking back at, is this all-time highs? Yeah, 1895. Oh, this is interesting. 1895. And maybe this wick up at 1850. Two levels to watch at. So I'm going to map out those two and then I'll move on. This could be interesting. The all-time highs is right around the corner there. Maybe we can see 19 and 20. This is going to be interesting. So if we pull back first, I think that'll be okay. But looking pretty decent, right? Looking pretty decent. Moving on to the next stock, we have ROI. This one is currently up 62%, 50 cents. And there's 32 million shares of volume. Not tradable. ROI. So there's some one of the members here. Shout out to Twin. ROI not tradable on Thinkorswim. It's a little disappointing. Sometimes they do enable trading after some time, so I think I'll just map out the high and the low here just so that in the moment, if it does become, if it goes online, I'll be ready. But we got a hype 74 and a low 46 for ROI. Yeah, it's up a decent amount for those of us who love the cheaper stocks. It's going to be something. But again, that's if they enabled it to be able to trade. So we'll see. Sometimes that's how it goes. So coming down to the next stock on the list, which will be SNGX. SNGX is up at 34%, around $1, 13 million shares of volume, and the float is also on the lighter side. So let's see, 124 for highs, 124. Low of the pullback, 82.50. Fairly low move down. Since then, we've surged back up. And the more recent low here on the consolidation is at 98. So can we continue to hold up, around this $1 area here? So it's essentially a small flag slash consolidation. And if we can get over 113, which is this high point right here, maybe we could start to see something. All right, so can we get over 113 here for SNGX? Might be fairly decent to the pre-market high, because sometimes you just never know. LBPH, as good as it looks, could end up failing, right? Let me get everything up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this one could end up not being the stock of the day, and before you know it, SNGX is taking over. So we'll see. The daily chart here, we got the 200 EMA at 166. Sometimes I'm not going to mention the 200 EMA. If I don't, it's because it's not in proximity. SNGX going back to 1130, which is November 30th. We had a high point of 5306. 5306. Well, okay, the charting is not. Hold on, that's not correct. $2. Okay, there we go. Jeez. $2 going back to November 30th. So LBPH is breaking out here. I think $2 can definitely be a target for us. Other than that, if you go back on the daily chart to May 4th, we had a high point of 420 with 36 million shares of volume. So if it's strong over 2, maybe we can see a push all the way to 4. And there's my alarm for screen recording, so I'll go ahead and take care of that. All right, screen recording is on. Looking good. LBPH, man. I'm still to this day a little bit of a pre-market hater because I don't trade pre-market as much. I rather see this sweet move into the open. But we'll take it. We'll take whatever momentum we can get at whatever time. It's just good for the sentiment, and this is what we love to see. But it takes away from the setups that we could have had, breaking up that double top there, break up the recent high, right, at 1850 rather. So I'll probably maybe have to watch for some pullback trades, but we'll see. So yeah, that's SNGX, and I think that's it for the watch list. SGN, okay, yeah, one more. SGN, if we come down some more, this one is up 29% at 146, 4 million shares of volume. Started in after hours, Friday. We got a pre-market high of 220 today. Low of the pullback has been 131. Since then, it's bounced up a little bit and currently going sideways on lower volume. Also something to just keep on the watch list just in case it does move. We got 509 at the key level where we had a bigger sell-off going back to November 14th. 509. I think this one is a recent IPO. Let me double check. SGN, yes it is. And I think maybe 270 is also worth watching, which was the highest point ever, the highest point after the big flush down from the IPO date. Sometimes I'm on here, I gotta try and get my words together. I've been speaking English my whole life, and sometimes still can't form a proper sentence, I tell you. So We got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Today is the first day of the new year, and I am planning on increasing my risk a little bit. Now, that being said, LBPH is expensive. So I still need to be careful here in terms of my plan. I can't be too aggressive if the spreads are huge. But if the spreads are a little tighter, I think I can push size. But I'll have to wait to see. I can't just, hey, big size immediately. That could be pretty disastrous here, actually. We have to know when to and when not to. It's a part of the system here, right, when it comes to managing risk. So I'll take the first few minutes to just get a good feel, get a good grip on how it's moving, and if the spreads are tight, at that point, I think it'll be a good time for me to increase size a little bit and try to get aggressive. So LBPH, I'm watching into the open. SNGX, we'll see how this one does. I think the third one that I'll watch will be, being that ROI is not tradable. Yeah, SNG, we'll put up here. SGN rather. Yeah, SGN I'll have up top. Everything's looking good. We got 2 minutes, 20 seconds to the opening bell. LBPH, I have 1970. The last few days we've been seeing like a
ADEX. U. ADEX.
The last few days we've been seeing like a blitz into the open, meaning that's a 2-minute warning is going off, meaning that the stocks have been like very aggressive early. So I don't want to come in with that expectation, but I think the first like 15 seconds, if that's what I see, I gotta immediately start to be reactive because every day could be different. But yeah, so I'm gonna fire off early trades here to start the day on this stock if it's necessary. So we got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let's not forget our disclaimer. Guys, remember, day trading is not easy. Day trading is hard. In fact, it's very risky. So if you're new to the game, even if you've been around and you're not quite consistent, remember as you go through the learning curve to reduce your risk. And to do so, the recommendation here is to use small size. Utilize the simulators as well. Utilize paper trading. Practice, improve, and then when you get to a place where you're comfortable, where you're competent, then you can increase your risk. Other than that, it just isn't the way to go. Secondly, remember the live streams and recaps are never an invitation to copy trade. All right, there's a detailed, intricate system. You can't just say, "Hey, Relentless traders watching this stock, I'm going to watch that stock." There's a lot of levels to it, right? We can't just try to copy trade. That's the quickest way to blow up an account. Lastly, remember, there are still a lot of imposters, a lot of spam, a lot of scammers out there. Remember, I do not invest money for my subscribers, which means I'll never start a conversation with you randomly and then try and ask you for money. That's what the scammers are doing. All right, so be careful. Remember, I will never message you first. I'll never ask for personal information or money. Stay safe out there, and let's start this year here trading to the best of our abilities. Watching LBPH. Here we go. Okay. There's a bid here. All right, maybe I should have took that trade. Wow, right up to 20. Right up to 20. Look at that. Pretty strong. Right up into a halt, actually. There's a 10,000 share buyer there. We might get halted up here. I'm going to fire off my first trade there with a tight stop. Not quite bouncing. Well, okay. It's pretty strong. I think the question now is, can we hold up our levels? We're going to get caught there. Can we hold up our levels? So we got a high of 2150. I think if it holds up, it's going to be a good one. The low of the current candle is 1950. watching. 2150 for high of day, and the low is at 1834. Seems like it's having a hard time on the pullback here. No immediate push through 50. I'm going to size down a little bit. Coming down to half size here to 500 for now. I'll wait. Fairly decent start, but the trades that we could have captured, we didn't quite capture. A bit of timing. So waiting patiently here. Will we see a push back over 19? No, not quite. It looks like it retested the lows. It might break down here actually. 18. So we might see maybe some consolidation. I'll be patient though, not looking to force anything here. One scratch loss to start the day. There's a lot of opportunity going up, but the dip we were in, it took forever to bounce, so we cut it scratch. It rips up $2 a share. So on the front side move there, that first candle, just a little bit of timing. If not, it'd be a nice maybe 2K, 3K start to the day. So we'll be patient, we'll wait, and we'll see how it goes. SNGX is moving a little bit. SNGX. We got a high of 15 or so. There's a lot of buying. Are we going to get a push here? It seems to be struggling a little bit. Oh, can we put? Yeah, it seems to be okay. There's 17. That's some better price action there. It's kind of it's moving, but see, it's almost seeming like a higher float for now. So I'll keep watching. I'll wait. We'll see if we get something good here. There's 15 on the bids. I like this dip here unless it's going to the depths. I think it's a good trade here. Looking to keep my stop tight. Uh, can we hold? Was that 9? I'm gonna reduce the risk a little bit. I might re-average here, but I'll reduce the risk just a little bit. Our low is fairly low and could come lower in case this is a 5-minute pullback. We've had a ton of green candles going up, so LBPH, I'll still keep an eye. I would hope we can see a red to green at some point there. Cutting SNGX looks like it's coming down. So we're going to get a pullback to VWAP here. So here's LBPH. Will we see a push here? It looks like we will. Not going to get in there. Didn't get a good entry. The halt up is at 94. Can we see a good pullback? I'll pull it on screen when I can. I think we'll do very well on this stock here, but we have to be patient. And we have to keep looking for our entries that we know and love. That was a crazy high fill, but okay. Tight stop. Smaller size too. We got about a 25-cent spread though. Time. This candle is young and it's fresh. The low right there was at 02. It's a pretty big pullback for that move, but could still hold up here. So decent fill. I'm gonna be quick with my trades. I want to see the follow through here quick. Once we connect on this stock, it's gonna look pretty good, but we have to be patient. Perhaps it's gonna fail here though. We'll see. It looks like it might come down. It's taking a long time to bounce. So there's the break below 18. This move, I'm watching it fairly early to capture the move, but the way how it played out, I just didn't get an entry. It dipped at one point. The spreads were massive. I didn't take it. I needed to just buy the spreads. I would have made good money. I mean, maybe it's finished here. I don't know. We'll see. It's a pretty big bottoming wick. The other two aren't really doing, a ton. I'm gonna start rotating here and looking through other stocks. BYGR is being mentioned. Guys, if you're tuning in on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. And also consider subscribing to the channel. We're at 600 here to start the day. One scratch trade. We were unable to connect, but close stuff. Good opportunity for LBPH so far. Just waiting patiently here. Waiting patiently here for a pullback. Highs at 1120 for BYGR. Big sellers coming in. Oh, there's shares to short. Let's see. Will we flush out? I'll take the loss. It's not immediate. 30,000 share seller there though. I don't know. It seems like it can pull back some more. I want to be careful with that one. Waiting for LBPH perhaps again. But if this gets back over 11 here, it could be good. Be a tight pullback. So are we going to get through this big seller? Fortunate fill there. Getting out of that. Maybe come back down in size a little bit. I thought we were going to get the retest of the highs. It looks like it needs a little bit more time to pull back, perhaps. But I'll keep watching smaller size here. VYGR. High or low for me, high or low. High or low. Breakout or dip. Up or down. Waiting patiently here. We got a high of 72. It's so indecisive here. It looks like it's holding up though. Aye, aye, aye. Can we see the push back through 50? Is it going to be strong? The spreads are tight, which I like for the most part. High of the last candle, 58. Just waiting patiently. Low of the last is 30. Maybe we're going to see a bigger pullback here. I'll wait. I'm not sure, so I'll wait. Low is 18. High of the last is at 47. It, it's a bit of a rejection of the high, so I'm kind of waiting here. The lows are at what, 15 or 18? Just to make sure it's holding up. Just waiting, being patient. But I like we didn't flush out, so just waiting. Time, there's 10 seconds left in a 5-minute candle. LBPH round 3 perhaps coming up here. I might switch gears. If it goes, it's imperative that I capitalize this time. If I don't capitalize, if it goes this time, the depth is waiting for me. But no pressure. Feel good. It just comes down to, will it provide an entry?
RCAC.
Mm, struggling. It's a good attempt. We're at the height of bear flag, but it's rejecting these levels here. Worth a shot. So we're not gonna go here. Maybe it tries again. Maybe it tries again later. I got a donation from Mometic. Big shout out to Momo Pro. Brent, if you're still here, Happy New Year. Happy New Year's. We got 560 people watching on, which must means that there's a few newer people here tuning in maybe for the first time. Guys, if you are, consider hitting that subscribe button, and at the very least hit that thumbs up. I go live every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. I'm trading here at TD Ameritrade. This is my broker. Real account, nothing to hide. We're very transparent. Right now we're flat on the day. I've gotten a little unlucky here with this stock, LBPH, but we're going to continue to be patient. If the sentiment continues from what we've been seeing, I feel very good that there's still going to be an opportunity here. Like a high of day kind of thing, you know, like a big move. So I'll be here. I'll be here waiting patiently. I am willing to use size, but we'll need to capture a good sequence. We'll need to capture a good sequence. Or two. If we can capture two, it'll be great. We'll have a very solid day. POL is being mentioned. Oh yeah. The volume is light, but the daily chart does look good. So I'll pull this up. Hopefully it gains good volume on the resumption here.
RCAC, AHG,
Let's pull it up. The daily chart looks good. Potential room back at 1085. It's been quietly moving up lighter volume, but this halt is gonna put it more on the radar. We got halted at 56. So at 0121 we'll get resumption. Hopefully we can see a nice sweet trade. LBPH, you know, I'm rooting for it to hold its level at the VWAP and try again for new highs later. But we'll have to be patient. That first trade of the day, you know, I saw a 10,000 share buyer, but I'm trying to utilize that time to gauge how the stock is going to move. Will a big buyer even affect it at all, right? I don't know at that point. So I had a lot of time to react to be in, but didn't take the trade. The stock goes up $2 this year, and it was a very aggressive move. So I could have captured it, you know, like $1.20, maybe some more. It's curling up again a little bit. It's back at 18. I like it over 1850. But you know, the VWAP trades are not bad, right? 1730 entries. I mean, it's, you know, it's just a good move here. VYGR also curling back up. Here's the resumption. Is it 5 minutes? Yes, it is. I didn't. Oh, that hauled down, man. The liquidity here. There was a dip, but the halt down was there. And a size down. I don't know. I don't trust this one. Oh, we hold up this level again. If it doesn't, halt down is there. Seems like it's struggling. Keep an eye here though. Can the halt level down move down lower? And there being buyers coming in. If that happens, there could be a good entry. Not like that though. We continue. There's a bit of a spread. It's not going to be great. You'll end up taking a loss.
MVFY.
See that the way how that moved up, there just wasn't an entry there again. The bids came in at 780. The stock is at 740. So it's like an instant move up. Can we get halted here again? 77. Seems like we'll get locked in. The bids aren't huge, but no one is selling. Nobody looks like they're selling here, so this looks like it'll get locked in. So there we go. We're halted up. Some a little disappointing. Disappointing on these stocks here so far in terms of the entry being presented. If the bids don't hit the tape, like if the bids don't come in like that and there's actually buying on the market, I'd be able to be in comfortably, maybe at like 60 for push over over 8. But I think it looks good. People are watching at it. The resumption here again. We'll see. There's more volume this time. Nice red to green. Short sellers could be trapped here. There's still room to 1085, so it has a lot of good things going for it. But this is the second time I didn't take a trade because of the spreads. I'm wondering if I should be more aggressive in those areas. The fills on the ass though are pretty brutal, and it's always a tough trade to take. So I'll be watching and I'll be waiting. Stock POL halted up. The small cap land is, seems to be a little bit on the calmer side today. I know a lot of you guys are probably watching the large cap stocks because a lot of you guys do. Some people are trading options. Others maybe trading LBPH. Resumption time is at 08, 14 and 14 seconds. 08 and 14 seconds for POL. I got some questions.
DOGZ. AHG.
Yeah, guys, once again, shout out to Momo Pro. That's the scanning software here on the left-hand side of the screen that I use. You guys can feel free to check it out if you're interested in a scanner. It's where I get all the watch list stocks from every day. C4 Therapeutics, still hitting the scans. That one can also maybe be in play if there's a good catalyst or headline. We got about 2 minutes to resumption. For those people that might be taking the VWAP trades on LBPH, I mean, it's come down there quite a few times, so hopefully it keeps holding up. And we can get the break of 850. A minute and some change. A minute and some change to resumption. The Discord. Guys, feel free to check out the Discord, by the way. That's our chat room that we have. The links are down below. It's going down in the Discord before the live stream, during the live stream, and after the live stream. If you want to stay in tune and stay connected with the community. We got about 30 seconds to resumption, assuming it's a 5-minute halt. I don't know. I feel good. I feel good about it. I'm going to go for it, man. You know, let's see if we can get a nice, sweet trade here. POL. Halted up at 877. I accept the risks. Always. 5, 4, 877. Here we go. Good resumption. Can we... Oh, that fill is... That's a brutal fill. That's a great trade, man. It's a brutal fill, though. Caught that one. That's good. Halt is at 1012. Now 1060. Very aggressive trade. 62 for the halt up. Ooh, this is gonna work.
RCAC.
I should have sold market there. I tried to sell the ass. That's what happened. Can we hold up this dip at 32? I did size down. We are gonna hold up that dip. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna hold this. Come on. Oh, holding that was not the best idea. I'm gonna throw shares out. Tight stop. As long as it doesn't Titanic here, I don't mind. I do have smaller size. Jeez. Somebody's covering shares or somebody's buying shares, either or. Like big size. It's a double. It's now halted up at the previous high that we had last week. I tried to take shares there aggressively. There's a huge bid, but I couldn't get filled. It's at the hot level. Well, all right. Let's keep watching. Guys, just remember that trading is risky, all right? I'm looking for something very specific in those areas is why I'm able to keep buying so confidently and not worry about the risk despite accepting the risk. So do not try to copy trade, of course, which we've mentioned already in our disclaimer, the open, but just be careful. Look for what you look for with your strategy. Right, for those of you in MMU, which is the classes that I have, you guys know what we're looking for. But for everybody else, you know, if the stock is already too high and you have to wait for like a pullback trade or something, then that's what you do. You know, don't say, hey, relentless trader is like, you know, buying the highs and making money like a madman. It's not random. I'm looking for something. So be careful. I've sized down too because I'm not going to give back profits. I refuse to. So I'm gonna stay moderate here on the move up. Despite maybe being in a position to size up more, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to protect these gains. I'm going to only use 1500 size and just slowly add to it. If I size up to 3K, if I have one bad loss, I'll be back to flat. It could be, you know, on the other side of that, it's like if there's a good win,
BROG.
I can jump up to like 4 or 5,000 in gains, but the risk is maybe a little too high, I think. DOGC. How's that looking? It's actually not looking bad, but the volume is lighter. I think I'll wait for POL resumption here, which is going to be at 15 and 52 seconds. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to our channel. We go live every weekday morning around 9:15 a.m. We're trading in a live account. We're pretty transparent. We show the green, the red. There's no trickery here. There's no lying about anything. It's just the market and I. Some people ask me my account balance, which I don't give only because it's a security question at my broker. Like when I'm calling to like for information, they'll say, "Hey, what's your account approximation?" If not, I tell people that too, but my account is over the PDT, which is 25K here to trade unrestrictedly. Right now, POL is halted up at 1091. We had highs a few days ago at 1085. Right now, the 200 EMA is currently at 1286 on the daily chart. I think that's the next target. This pink line coming up. It's really strong. Maybe it keeps going. The high of the gap down way back when in July was 1642. So 1552 if it is 5 minutes. So we got another 50 seconds or so. Take a sip of water. That LBPH, man. So close. 12 seconds. 10 seconds. We're at 1091. What will it be? It's showing 11. Here we go. Yeah, can we get a dip?
AHG. RCAC.
There's a seller. Oh no, okay, it's gonna go. It should go more. So I'm gonna take it aggressively, but it's not ripping. Where's the explosion? I miss it. Can we see the halt up? Not great there. Here's a dip. That wasn't great. Dip is gonna hold at 60. I don't love this trade. Let's cut that. I'll wait here. Gotta be patient. If it dips, I like to dip. Okay. How low? Alright, I'm gonna size down a bit. There's a huge bid here, so I'll keep buying. But the spreads are massive. 40-cent spreads there. There could be a great trade. I should probably held that. There might be a great trade coming here. The red candle is kind of what's the time? We got a minute. It's an aggressive trade here. Do not fail me. The spreads are massive. Do not go to the depths. Now hold. There's that bid again. Halt downs at 54. These shares might just get filled here. We'll see. Or maybe not. Uh, can we see the bounce? That should have been a winner, but okay. The 5-minute candle doesn't look good, but there's a huge buyer, right? So if the risk is there, though, the risk, okay, the shares are getting filled. Yeah, I need to ease off and wait. Too many trades. I'm gonna just wait. Either lower or higher. Because too many in and outs here, just not good. It's also come down to 1K size. Yeah, 1043. False halt though. Can we pull out of that halt down? Not really. I mean, we came 40 cents to the 200 EMA, but I thought it would have kept going. That wasn't the case. Well, if that's it, we'll take it. Can we see more bids? There's like the liquidity here is pretty low. I knew it, man. Can we get a sweet fill on the ass though? This should be good. All right, nice, nice. Try it again. Let's be aggressive. Do not murder us. Oh, okay.
BROG DOGZ.
I'll try again. 58. Maybe it's struggling. Some aggressive entries. Sloppy. Pretty sloppy there on my behalf. The halt up is at 44. I might buy for this halt up if it goes here. It's a big drop. 1160. The low is 1160 just now, but in this candle, high is at 1240. Halt up is at 44. Can we see the halt up? No, not quite. I was looking to hold into it. Is it? I wonder if there'll be. There's probably shorts here. I mean, it's not an awful level of short. 1224, but it's risky though, because if it halts up, then we resume higher. They're not looking good. There it is. We'll get locked in. There's definitely selling here. Part of me wants to take it. Maybe I size down and take it. Oh, well, nope, I'm too late. My fill, I'm a little too slow. It's gonna go up too quickly there. We gotta watch out for big drops too, because it's not getting halted up. That can always happen. The halt is now at 1282. The 200 EMA is at 1286. There's 82. It's definitely struggling compared to before. So I think there are more short sellers here. And just maybe profit taking in general. But if we can get the halt up, we more than likely can see a higher push. So I'm just waiting. It's now at 95. There's 90 on the ask. There has to be a pullback at some point if it doesn't get halted up though, so I'll be waiting.
RCAC MSGN.
I'm sizing down for now. I'll increase my size again later. We're kind of coming into an uncharted area, I believe. The dip could be like an extended dip, and if I get caught, I don't need to have size. So 1310 for the halt up. Is it just gonna keep going? Here's 13. Right now, it's in no man's land for me. Not touching it. Either a low or it needs to get halted up. I'm not looking for take the high of day trade. It just needs to be halted up. I don't trust this dip here, but it seems to be bouncing. So it's gonna hold. I was expecting lower than that, but pretty decent from 15 or so up to 50. Pretty good. Until the volume, I have big size ready, but I'm not going to use it yet. I need the volume to be better here. This 200 EMA seems to be a problem. Time. There's 3 minutes left in the 5-minute candle. Really? Are we gonna see something here? That was quite the bounce. Hmm. I wonder if it's bottomed. Because the candle has a minute 30 seconds. It's like if this is gonna curl back up, that would make sense. You can't jump the gun though, we'll have to be patient. No, it has not. So there's a new low on this candle.
DOGZ.
Okay. It's an aggressive entry, but I'll just see what it does. Small size. There's a small seller. Will it keep going? If it takes off, I'll size up here. That low was what? 1160. Waiting patiently. Higher low. Yeah, I should not have taken that ad. It wasn't great. I took that without any indication for anything. Just wanted more size. But if I'm gonna do that, I need to just take the dip with more size and not do nonsense. So that's gonna not be a great trade. 52 for the low. For now, there's 40 for the low, 32, 26. The halt down is at 99. I think it's still bullish. It's a matter of when the move up, I think, is going to start again. I'd love to think we've priced in the low here, hopefully. Small size for me at this point. Small size.
RCAC.
Okay, there's a new low. The halt down is at 1071. Is this the backside? All right, I'm gonna ease off completely, even with all the small size. These are not great high probability trades. It's just me kind of looking for the bottom, but it doesn't seem like there's a bottom here yet. So we're at VWAP. I'll just wait. There's a halt down potentially 56, well 39 now. It's adjusted. It's a great day here so far, and it's one of those things where you know, of course, being here witnessing everything, I can see that there was even more opportunities, right? A lot of trades that I didn't even get a chance to capture. So feeling good about this new month here, but I really have to stay level. I think for me that's the biggest thing throughout this year here is to stay level. So we've had a bottoming wick, we're curling up a bit. The low is 39. False halt down, move back up. Gotta stay in equilibrium at all times. The last day the stock moved up, we should have did like 10,000. Instead we did 500. Why? Me not being balanced. Missed the trade, buying the wrong stock. I bought the wrong stock by accident, missed a sweet breakout. The stock was at $4 at that time. And between 4 and like 12 or whatever, or 10, I think. Because I was so frustrated, I couldn't even trade properly. You look back at these things, it's like so silly. Okay, you missed 40 cents, just keep watching for the next move. Like, how do you get so frustrated to where you miss $6 a share? Like, it's really silly. But in the moment, you feel so mad, you know. So how can you control this stuff and continue to stay locked in? Because that's what all the great traders are doing here, and it's just gonna continue. I still got small size here. Should have gotten that fill. It might be on to something here. High of the last is 1251. Marcelo, but well, we can expect a few more memes into the New Year's too, right? So we got 1163 for the high to last. Waiting patiently. This dip might be good. I'm not in though, which is not good. 1088. High of the last. High of the current is 1127. Yeah, not getting that 1 minute candle make the new high, so I'll keep waiting here. I think it's looking good. I think I just have to be patient here, keep watching. I'll ease off again. I want there to be more volume once I'm trading. If I'm not in on a very good pullback holding longer, I don't need to be scalping if the volume is light. So I think just being patient in these areas here is the best way to go, and not just keep hitting the buy button. There could be a pullback entry here. The low is at 39. Seems like it's gonna hold. Will we continue? There's a new low. The halt down's at 986. If it pulls back that far. When I was up to 2,500, I said I'm not going to increase my size and get more aggressive because I refuse to give back profits. So I did most of the gains here with 15, actually 1,500 rather, 1,500 shares. When max size for me on a stock like this is like 3,500. I think I did the right thing, but you do wonder. It's like if I'm to take all the same trades with that size instead, like how much better the day could have been. There's a bigger drop there. The halt down is now at 974. Now 964 now. Updating again. What would we do without Marcelo? I think Marcelo's traveling right now still. Still enjoying the holidays. 964. 947 now for the halt down. Marcelo, look, get this one. Get this, Marcelo, if you're watching, get this one here. Look, go ahead. Hopefully you got that. Screenshot that one, post it too. Is that Raphael? Or is that someone else? Yeah, I think the stock might be on the backside here, so I'm thinking about easing off and locking it in. It's a solid day here for us. It's a solid day. We're just a little disappointed with the LBPH. I saw entries, man, but one, I thought the risk was too high with the spreads being like 30, 40 cents, and the other one just didn't take the entry off that big buyer that we saw. And most of that is thinking, I don't have enough data yet. Is this a real buyer? Is this stock going to respect this buyer to move up? But if you're a more aggressive trader right there, I mean, it's like you would have got this entire move here going up. If you just say, hey, you know what, that bid looks good, I'm going for it. It's so crazy, man. The difference with what it can mean. A big green day, a big red day, a small red, small green. It comes down to milliseconds sometimes when in the side of timing, and then decision making. It's really, really close most days. Like even when you end super green, it's like if you would have made the wrong move, you would not have gotten that much gains. It's always very tight margins. And that's why we love when the market is hot, because ultimately the opportunities are frequent and closer together. Rather, in a cold market, it's fewer and further apart. So sometimes on a cold day, you come in, maybe you do make a mistake, but then you have to wait like 5 hours for something else to even give another chance. And, sometimes that's the day. Sometimes there is only one opportunity, sometimes there's none. And if you got caught, well, hello, red day. So it's 10:45 a.m. and we're going to continue to be patient. We're going to keep waiting. I think I need to do a better job right now rotating stocks like LBPH. How are we doing? Uh, VYGR, SGN. Let's just check all the watch list stocks. Make sure nothing is sneaking up. POL still having a hard time. I think I gotta. I like that I did size down and protected the gains as best as I could all the way down to 500, which in some of the days last month I stayed at like 15 because I'm very comfortable with 1,500 shares, but it's still pretty decent size on some of these stocks. So it's like I gotta adjust even more and just like do not lose. Because with all those scratch trades in here, if I kept like 1,500, probably would have gave like 600 off the top. So I think sizing down like this is great, and also just working on eliminating these trades towards the end of it, because I got to do a better job recognizing when the volume is slowing down and where I'm most likely to be highly profitable. If it's not an area where I'm very, very like, you know, um, accurate and efficient, just don't even trade it. If it's an area where I'm trying to like just throw shares to see if the volume is gonna come, it's just better to wait, and wait and just be patient on the backside. That can save us a lot of giving back off the top. It's really like a terrible issue I have, so I gotta make strides to improve on that side of things. I'm not sure why some links are not opening up in the main chat room, the channel. Let me check out the comments. What are you guys saying? Why didn't you risk what you made after sizing down? Wait, I'm not sure if the question is phrased properly. Anybody took his class? Yeah, there's a few people here who took the classes. You can definitely talk to them. Something we can do is to reach out for more reviews from the current students. I think that's something we're going to do here um, in the upcoming days. And yes, I do teach all of this in the classes. The thing is with the YouTube recaps and the live stream, in the live stream here, I'm trading actively. So, well, as you can learn, I'm not directly teaching per se, you know. And there's of course other instruments being used in just what's being shown on the YouTube channel. But in the classes, we go through everything. Like there's nothing that we don't show in classes about what we do on this style of trading. But what I will say is this, the strategy is the strategy. But at the end of the day, you as the person have to be very, very disciplined. And you cannot deviate. The strategy is very delicate. What if you change things, whether intentionally or subliminally, you have to be careful. Some change can be good, but change can also be bad, right? If you add something and it's not working, you have to, go back or make another adjustment. But other than that, you want to stick to course. And when it comes to the mental and emotional side of it as a trader, you have to really stay focused. Curling up some more here. The halt is at 1088, so POL is below VWAP though. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I don't have the biggest green day because I didn't do well on the other stock. Let me check the chat room. Let's see if any of the other guys, and I only used 1,500 shares on this one. So let's. This is how I'll know what the other guys did without even looking at their P&Ls yet, right? Let's say Marcelo traded the same stock. We're trading very similarly. Marcelo's more aggressive than I am most of the times. Let's say he's using 3K shares and he's taking the similar trades. Just automatically he's going to have a bigger P&L on this one. Let's assume we also capture the other stock. Again, he's being more aggressive, right? Or Tim, let's say Tim is being more aggressive than I am on the other stock. They bought that buyer, that area that buyer was there. 2K size, that trade alone is like 3K or 4K, So I'm pretty sure at least one of the other guys are up 10K today. At least one. It's very likely. But without looking at their trading like directly or checking their P&L, it's like you can kind of know these guys are elite traders, and they make less mistakes than I do. So I I'm going emo here to start the New Year's in the Discord. Jeez. Anyways, guys, I don't know, should I shut it down here? It could be a good place to shut it down and maybe come back later. I do have a very long to-do list and I did spend the weekend outside, so I didn't do a ton on Monday. So there's a long list of things. I have my notebook here. There's a long list of things that I have to do. So I'm thinking to get started. First thing I got to do is call the bank. Then I have to schedule a meeting with Marcelo. And then the rest of the list goes on. Okay, so yeah, I think this is going to do it. I don't want to bore the audience here. It's been a great day. We're up 5,900 here. Very good start to the year. And now that I'm thinking about it, last year we did 10,000 on the month last year. And so, I mean, guys, day trading, man, the the improvement year over year is very drastic right now. It's exponential, which is what we know day trading is once you can figure out how to do it in the sim or with small size. Over time, as you get more confidence, more experience, the growth is exponential. So we've essentially done 60% of last year's gain for the same month. So the future is bright, and I think it's going to be a great year. Right now, the overall market seems to be looking up. Things are still a little tough in the economy for the average American, but for those reasons, we hope that they reduce the interest rates sooner than later, which can essentially initiate the next bull market. If the rates goes down, more cash will come back into the market by default, as there just will be a better return here than elsewhere. And right now there's like $6 trillion that's not in the market that can and will be in the market. So these same stocks like this is going to have more volume as the year go on. Hopefully, right? We don't know for sure. A recession could still happen, but I think it's going to get better for as we go throughout the year, and then over time, maybe another 2 3 years, assuming there's nothing major economically that we're not seeing now, we can hopefully get a good bull market. It's been a lot of pain going all the way back to the pandemic to this point. So hopefully we can see some smooth sailing for at least a year or two here. And the day trading small cap market can get even hotter than it is now. So with that being said, if you're going the distance to 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined and continue to be patient. Continue to wait for the opportunities that you know and love. I'm going to shut it down here. I do ask that you guys hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you are a new viewer. Other than that, feel free to check out the links down below. If you want to get involved in the day trading classes that I have, it's called Merciless Markets here. I'll pull it up and show you guys quickly, and then we'll get out of here. Merciless Markets, guys. Let's go to single screen. This is where, perhaps a lot of people have New Year's resolutions, right? Maybe for the New Year's, this can be something that you try out. And we still have a sweet coupon going, coupon code DREAM for 50% off. But the classes includes, first and foremost, the curriculum, right? Which goes from 0 to advanced for this day trading hyper scalping strategy that we trade. And we did it that way just in case there's someone who's like very new, who've never really looked into a lot of day trading but still wants to start. But other than that, it's progressive. It's easy to digest. You pace yourself as you go through it. In fact, we can look at the curriculum down here. Let's enlarge it. Let's go to full screen as well. Yeah, it's pretty detailed, right? It's pretty detailed. Things that are included in the classes, or let's say the membership really, is one-on-one mentorships, which is pretty big. That way you'll have access to myself and the other mentors, who are Marcelo, Mighty Stocks, and Tim, aka Trading with Tim. You can find these guys on YouTube as well. And if you didn't know, they're even more aggressive than I am, right? So you have some great mentors, all six-figure traders that you can reach out to. And this does include weekly Q&As, ongoing lectures, right? The curriculum is here, and the list of the perks are up above. POL is what we're looking at here. If it gets halted up, I'll trade it again, overview up. Not a bad move though. And some people are probably still buying those dips. Anyhow, so yeah, we have 32 chapters, and you can see it's very, very detailed here. Every day, at the end of the day, we post our live trading. So for those of you on YouTube, there's this screen that I'm recording up here, right? This one. This screen is uploaded to this section of the classes every day. So if you want to also be able to see the level 2 And how I utilize it to take these trades, that will be up here, right? And so is every other day. Myself, Marcelo, and Tim. So, going back to the 28th, Marcelo 5,000 on SIDU, multiple halts going up. You can come here, you can sit through this, you can watch it. RT on the 29th, 2,000 bucks. Right? You can come here, you can enlarge the screen, right? Oh, you can enlarge the screen. Come on, come on. Brother. There we go. You can up the HD, of course. And you can come sit back. And, it's like, hey, where's Relentless buying and why? You have the level 2 right here. And then again, with the mentorships, you can reach out to us at any time. You can set up a slot, whether it's a 30-minute or 1-hour session, and we walk through everything. But anyhows, yeah, utilize the coupon code that's there, CDIO, and I'll catch you guys later. Let's see. POL is the one I'm mostly interested in here. CDIO looks all right, but POL, if it can get halted up at 1170, can be pretty good here. There's a bit of a seller at 60. Are we on to something here? It looks like that person might have canceled that order. The halt up is at 1133. I don't love that jump. Dang, man. I don't love when the stocks make those type of jumps. The moment I see the volume coming, I want to buy and get that fill like at 80. But instead, it's all the way up here. Come on, let's get that halt up. I'm going to hold this if it does. Come on, come on. Selling at scratch. It's not, the halt up is not 53. It might just do another surprise jump again. So if it gets halted up, then I'll wait and just trade the resumption. LBPH, guys. LBPH seems, but it's also not flying up, but it seems like it's building something here. It's brewing. Well, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all.
BROG.
Low the current is at 16. But this is an extended move, so the dip could be big. So far, so good. It held up its levels. Being patient though. POL is also looking good. LBPH, I'll keep watching though for now. I need to wait for more volume. It's a decent attempt there, small trade. I want to take the 500 size until it opens up some more, and then I'll size up if it does. POL is still here. It's above VWAP. It's holding above VWAP. All that green for nothing. Green hitting tape, but it's not continuing. Staying patient. Don't want to get into over trading. Just waiting patiently. I think we might see something on one of these stocks, so I'll stick around for another 30 minutes. But I'm gonna be quiet for the most part until one of them starts to move. I have a ton of DMs here I have to respond to as well. It's a bigger drop there. How's it gonna react to this type of drop? 79. Dash, I'm gonna give you a call. I'll give you a call today. Check in, see how you're doing.
NCAC.
Big Steve, I'll give you a call as well. Chat room, but let me see what's this. Joseph. Yari. If you sent me a DM already, I'll respond to it right after the live stream. I'll hook you guys up. Why don't I use moving averages? Well, I find that the VWAP is like the better, like the one of the best, let's say, technical indicators out there. I've tried before, like on my E-Trade charting, I've tried the 9 EMA on the 1 minute. What else is here? The 20 moving average and the 21 for dips, but I don't know. Like after I got more in tune with the level 2 for buying dips, I just stopped using the moving averages altogether. Even the VWAP, like the VWAP is good, but at times it's, the thing is with these stocks is that sometimes they'll respect the level and sometimes they won't. But sometimes, for example, here LBPH, we can see it held up the VWAP levels a good amount of times before it decided to come down. Was that 4 times? Oh, five actually. 5 times. These are trades I could take, but I don't know. Sometimes I just don't like the dip trades in these areas. But these are not bad trades to consider. It is a strategy that I trade. It's just like preference at this point as to what I want to trade on this day and what I don't want to touch. But anyhow, we're back. We're back to things being a little softer. I think maybe I shut it down. How do you guys feel about CDIO? The daily chart is not bad, but the volume is a little lighter. I don't know if I'll touch it. Yeah, I think this is a good place. PYPD. PYPD. Hold up. Well, no, no, nope, I'm not touching this. Well, the daily chart doesn't look bad for a move up, but maybe on the next halt up if it's strong, but the volume here is just way too light for my liking. I don't like to trade anything that doesn't already have good volume. I think there's just too much risk. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut it down. So yeah, once again, hit that thumbs up. Consider
PYPD. BLOG.
consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay green. For those of you in MMU, I'm gonna upload the archive. That way we can study up here later in the day. And if you're going the distance, once again, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, and keep watching for those opportunities that you know and love. It's been Relentless Trader. It's been a good day. We're ending right at 6K. It's a solid day to start the year. And we'll be back bright and early once again tomorrow for another beautiful day. Hit that thumbs up on the way out, and I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe, stay green.